Power doesn't lies in the money that you get or the job that you do. Power lies in when you reach the rock bottom of your life. How do you bounce back and become you?
Hi everyone. Transformation begins the moment you stop negotiating with your own potential. Welcome to yet another episode of Corporate Citizen Conversations. I have with me today the very dynamic, soft-spoken and multifaceted energy healer and mindset coach, Priyanka Chatterjee, who is going to tell us what it means to be her, doing the work that she is doing. Welcome, Priyanka.
Thank you so much.
Let's start from the very beginning. What was it that made you a management student, a model, an artistic soul, take up this profession? What was that moment that made you pivot into this? Can the origins of this be traced back to your childhood?
Yes. Yes.
Please tell us more.
So it all started with childhood basically. I remember as a child when I was 5 years old, and I had a lot of curiosity in my life, why life happens this way, why the trees don't have flowers, why this tree doesn't have leaves. And I used to question my parents so much that they used to get frustrated that kitna bolti hai ye, and why she wants to know each and everything in life. And as days passed by, I realized that I was different and I wanted different things in life. Now, if we go back to my childhood, after 10th standard, I wanted to take up arts because I have always been a creative child and having an inclination on the creative child. But then if I have to talk about my own times, from the time that I belong, there was an era where IT was at peak and science was at peak. So commerce, arts were considered second level. Commerce was considered as a second level thing and arts was considered as a third level thing. And only the brilliant minds were supposed to go to science, and my records were good. I was a good student, so everybody wanted me to do science, but I wanted to do arts. And in arts, I wanted to do archaeology and psychology, which was not accepted back then. So then the world told me that, this is not cool, this is not something that is accepted in the market. Why don't you do something which is more of an acceptance? And then any which ways, I was not having an inclination towards science, so I did up commerce. And then again, I being a creative person, I wanted to try out different things. So I can recollect an incident of my grandma not being well. And as a child, I could never take medicines. I can still not take medicines very effectively. But then that moment I realized there has to be another way of healing people. And that's when my journey with healing began around 15 years back, where I thought there's a better way to leading life rather than depending on medications. And that was the time even healing was not accepted, but I went for it. Then I have been a management student. I have done my MBA, and at that point of time also I wanted to try out different things, so I have done modeling as well. And then again life happened and I wanted to be a model, and then finally I got a lot of judgments from the society that this field is not safe and you have to do something which is more safer and you can get something out of it as returns and more of respect. So again, I left my dreams and then I landed up into corporate career, and that's how there has been a pattern where I have been consistently ignoring my own soul talks, my own realities, the person I am, and doing something which the society wanted me to do.
What is the certification required to do what you do, and what kind of a mindset and what qualities are inherent to the healing and transformational space? Okay. Or is it something that you can develop?
Okay. See, basically, I was a person who was a core believer that we need very strong certifications, and that's how I started my journey with. I have 10 plus certifications across Europe, India and USA talking about me being a certified healer, which is actually good on the books, but then my life experiences taught me that it is a good to have, but not a must have, because your life experiences and your awareness and the way you have changed as a person with your mindset talks a lot more than what the certifications can do. You know, anybody today can get a certification done for each and everything. It is as vast as doing an MBA or doing some other degree, but it takes an ability and a powerful impact and that zeal to change somebody else's life.
Right.
That no certification can teach you. That is something that has to come from within.
Absolutely.
And that is something that I figured out after doing all the certifications. The only thing that kept me going was my zeal to impact lives.
Right. So you worked with both individuals as
Yes.
well as teams.
Yes.
What is it that, in your experience, that holds both individuals and teams back, and what is it that sets them free?
Okay, so I started along with my corporate job. I used to work on weekends and work with cases on individual basis. I have a very strong or a decently sufficient energy work background, which I was dealing with a lot of my clients. And what I figured out was not everybody understands energy. Not everybody is ready for something like an energy work or supernatural stuff, and how we do the aura reading or stuffs like that. And that made me realize that there is also a set of rational, logical person who also needs help, but then we cannot talk to them on the same language. So I came up with modalities that is more towards the logical brain also. So I deal with the right brain technique and the left brain technique. So both intuitive and the logical minds can get into a space where they can get a breakthrough. But then when I was doing personal sessions also, and before moving away from corporate, what I also realized was I am just not meant to do one-on-one, because my dreams are so big that I want to impact the masses. And so I went into one-to-many. And the only thing that clubs both the right and the left brain is the mindset. And for that, you don't need to be a logical person or a intuitive person, because mindset has to do with awareness, which is Aham Brahmasmi. And that is something that works for all. So now the programs that I do, the transformation programs that I do, is more about how do you change your mindset to be you. Right. We are not trying to become somebody else. I spend a lot of time, putting people on a pedestal and try to be like them, until I realize that I have everything within me to be myself. And exactly these kind of programs I do for corporates and for individual people also, how to be you. I just give them the mirror that this is you just forgot your power.
Fabulous. You and I, we were just having a chat outside, and you said something very interesting about stepping into your power.
Yeah.
What does stepping into your power look like? Tell us more.
Okay. So again, I would like to share my personal experiences. So what power meant to me when I was growing up. I thought power is all about having all the right things in place. The right education, the right family, the right marriage, the right kid, the right corporate structure, everything right, and the right money, of course. And there was a time when I had it all. I mean, no grudges, but still I lacked something in me. And then there was also a time where I lost everything, including my health. I had met with a very bad accident. Oh. I was about to die, and I just survived. Oh, maybe my. I have a bigger purpose, that's why I survived. Oh, and that moment made me realize there is something beyond it that we don't understand.
Correct.
Power doesn't lies in the money that you get, or the job that you do, or the institution you belong, or how powerful your marriage is. Power lies in when you reach the rock bottom of your life, how do you bounce back and become you, is something that I realize as power.
Wonderful. But you worked with individuals as well as teams. What is it that you would like to tell them when it comes to owning their power?
See, the main problem that I have seen with people is they don't know who they are. I didn't know who I am until I figured out with a lot of obstacles in my life. So basically, the more you mask yourself, just try to be accepted by someone, just trying to be, acknowledged by someone, validated by someone, you will forget what is your actual face. The day you decide that I am going to say no to things I really want to say no, that is one step closer to your true identity.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. This has been truly inspirational. One last question. What is the philosophy that you live and work by?
Enjoy your life. I think that is the only thing, because by birth we are abundant by nature. We are here to thrive and not to survive. The only thing is we have forgotten that, because we have been programmed to forget that. And that's what my mission is, to tell people they are powerful in all ways possible. Whether they have reached the success or they are trying to begin their journey with success, the power lies within them. So stay authentic is what I want to program.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Have a great day. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for listening in.